Morning, everybody. Today's day 20 on the trail. I spent yesterday in Wrightwood taking a zero, relaxing in this beautiful cabin. Got caught up in some videos. Had an amazing stay. I met this guy Eric when I was hitching into Wrightwood, and we ended up sharing a cabin together. He decided to stay behind, so I'm going to try and do about 20 miles today. I am going to bypass Baden-Powell. As I've said before, here it's pretty treacherous. So I'm doing about 5 miles of the trail, and then I'll be road walking on Highway 2, which I hear is the best option. I hear it's beautiful, so that's going to be a 20-something mile road walk. It re-intersects with the trail around mile 390, where apparently there's water, so I have about 20-mile water carry, which I hate. And then hopefully I'll find a place to sleep around there, because I don't know where I'm going to sleep along the highway if I don't do the whole thing in a day. Maybe I'll have time to do the whole thing. I think it's about 26 miles. So, yeah, just getting started for the day. It's a little chilly, but I'll catch up with you in a bit. If I can manage to do the 28 miles on the road today, that'll be better. But I know at least at 20 miles there is water, and I could probably camp there if I had to, because my only concern was, well, if I'm on a road, where am I going to camp, you know? But shouldn't have a problem. And I heard this is a beautiful walk anyway. But one of the exciting things about this adventure for me is that every day is just a new mini challenge. Like the other day, it was like, okay, I got to climb 22 miles all uphill with hardly any water. There's going to be snow at the top. How am I going to deal with it? And I made it out just fine. It was better than I thought. Today is like a 20-something mile road walk. Am I going to be able to camp somewhere tonight? There's no water for 20 miles. And that's what makes it exciting. And every day's, I look at it as a challenge for myself, and I'm doing something new. And I've kind of gotten to a groove where I got to this groove where I wake up around 5 or so in the morning, eat some breakfast, which I don't normally do. I was at first hiking 4 or 5 miles and then stopping to eat. But my thing is, I assess how many miles I want to do for the day. Let's say I want to do 20 miles, and I want to hike a little more than half without taking a break. Hike as fast as I can, then stop for lunch for about a half hour, 40 minutes. That way most of the day is over. So if I hike 12 miles, I only have 8 to go, for example. And then I could, you know, at the end of the day, you're probably going to slow down anyway. So then I could take a break or two here and there. And I like to hike and stretch it until around 6, so I'm not sitting at camp too long. And then, you know, there are days when I've done more miles, so I try to do at least 20 a day. The most I did was 28 so far. So if I have time, let's say it's 4 o'clock and I've done 20 miles, well, I'll do as many as I can until I could find a place to camp. Because setting up camp early is boring. Like, what am I going to do for 3 hours when the sun's still up? You know, just kind of twiddle my thumbs in the middle of nowhere. So stretching the day to where I'm hiking either when the sun starts coming up or just after sunrise. Usually, like, as the sun's coming up, I'll start probably like 5:45 in the morning, and then stretch it out, you know, for 12 hours. So that's kind of the groove I've been in, which is good. I think it's important to find a groove that works for you to get the miles done. And then, you know, first thing of the day, I'm just putting my head down and hiking as fast as I can. And I feel like, although I did start doing 20-mile days and I felt good from the get-go, I feel like my body's getting even stronger and I can hike even faster. I was in Wrightwood. Arlene, the owner of the cabins, was gracious enough to do our laundry, so my clothes are no longer filthy. That should last about 10 hours. I got a new buff, which I needed. I also got some new tent stakes. at the Mountain Hardware store. If you're in Wrightwood, it's an excellent store. It's a hiker hub. You can sign the ledger in there as a hiker. I got tons of hiking gear. I got some new tent stakes. I broke 2 of them and I lost 2. So now I have some extra. Nice view of the mountains as I leave them. The road wanted to be an asshole for the past 2 hours and go uphill. So I've literally been climbing uphill on this road for the past, I think, 2 hours. So a weird thing happened to me before I started going uphill. I was about, I don't know, 2, maybe 3 miles into the road walk. Nice and smooth, level road, pavement, no obstruction. All of a sudden my feet give out and I fall flat on my face and scrape my knee. Like I landed on my knee. And I'm like, how the hell did that happen? I look down and there's like gravel, I guess that was like ball bearings. It was so sudden and so severe. I was kind of in shock. I'm like, how did that happen? So I look down and my tights are ripped. I'm actually more annoyed about my ripped pants than my knee, but the skin is hanging off my knee, literally. Really no pain though, because it happened so fast. And as I get up and start walking, like 3 seconds later, this car pulls over to drop off a couple of hikers. And it happens to be this one guy. His trail name is Cousin. I've been seeing him on and off. So he had some Neosporin. And I had some Leuco tape and some paper towels, which is actually better than Band-Aids because Band-Aids suck. Leuco tape never comes off. So washed it off, put some Neosporin on it and bandaged it. And I covered my pants with duct tape, if you can see that. Gorgeous day out. I think I'm about 8,500 feet up. Gorgeous views. And there is a lot of snow and snow melt, so I didn't have to carry as much water as I thought I did. So anyway, that's it for now. Road walking, road walking. What's up? What's up? Just had some lunch. I'm at this picnic bench table at mile 386, where the road intersects with the trail. I did about 16 miles today so far. It's only 5 to 12. Got here about 10 minutes ago or so. So I'm just gonna chill for a bit. Try to hammer out at least another 10 more miles today. So I think I'm going to get to Acton in 3 days instead of 4. I think I'm going to do 25-mile days. I just didn't know what the terrain was like. And the road walk was uphill for a couple of hours, but before that it wasn't. And then after that, it's been a slow downgrade. So I'm dropping in elevation. I think I'm going to go up a little bit in elevation, but then back down again. So whether I jump on the trail or continue the road walk, it's the same thing. Mileage is pretty much the same. The road pretty much runs parallel to the trail. I just don't know if I'm below the snow. I think I'm below the snow, but I'm going back up again. So that's it for now. I ran into 4 hikers coming down the road. 2 were a couple going the opposite direction. They flipped from Walker Pass, and then they're going to start back at Paradise Valley and flip again up there or whatever. So and then I met 2 guys. They were waiting for their friend. They were like, "Hey, did you see an old guy back there?" I'm like, "Yeah, about 2 hours ago I dusted him coming up the hill." And they started laughing. I guess they're going to be a while waiting for him. So it is a beautiful beautiful day out again. The sun is out. I'm lower in elevation, so it's getting warm. So I took my hiking hoodie off, and I'm just going to chill here for a bit. See ya. So I started this trail pretty well trained, doing 20-mile days from the get-go without any problems. I've had so far no blisters, no issues. You know, a couple of aches and pains here and there, like in my leg the other day, but nothing major. Besides falling like an idiot earlier today. But even that, I don't have any pain from it. I've been feeling a hell of a lot stronger the last like 3 days. I feel like I can now do 25-mile days like without a problem. I'm pushing 30 today. Well, about 28, I think. When I get back to the trail, I think it's a 28-mile road walk on the alternate. So I'm feeling a lot stronger. And as I said earlier, I'm going to be in Acton definitely in 3 days instead of 4. Because I didn't know what the trail was like, but I'm going all downhill from here. So I'm definitely feeling stronger than I even when I started. And I don't want to slow down to get to the Sierra. I like hiking fast. And I like hiking long hours. So when I get there, I'll have to figure it out. I know I've said this a million times, but if I got to take 2 weeks off, then so be it. So I'm going to keep hiking fast. I just took a little 5-minute break here. Sat down on this rock. I guess I've got about 1,600 foot ascent, which I'm not looking forward to, but then I'm back to the trail, and then it's all downhill. So I'm going to bang out this next last part of the road walk. Woo! Made it to the summit, baby. Back on trail, baby. There we go. Back on trail after a 20-something mile road walk. I'm definitely gonna hit the 400-mile mark on the trail today. Up 400 miles on day 20. Made it. I just ran into another hiker, and actually a local that was section hiking, and the calculation on the road walk is 27 miles from where I started. So it's 29 miles of trail, so the road was 2 miles shorter than taking the trail, so the alternate was 2 miles shorter. So I'm gonna hit my first 30-mile day today. I forgot to mention the trail is just absolutely beautiful here. It's so nice. Camp Glenwood. It's a private cabin. The water and the bathrooms are available to the public. So this is a private cabin that's not open to the public, but there are campsites here. There's a water faucet and a privy, a bathroom right there. And people have camped here as long as you don't go in the cabin, which I won't. I think I'm going to camp here. It's got a perfectly level spot to pitch. I've got water all night. I've got a restroom. I've got picnic tables. I can eat like a human. I did want to do a few more miles, but I did 30 miles today, so I think I'm going to stay here. The spot's too good to pass up. I'm 44 miles from Acton, so if I can do 30 tomorrow, or at least 25, yeah, it'll bring me to Acton on Saturday. So I think I'm going to stay here. Hey everybody, so this is the end of day 20. I crossed the 400 mile marker a little while back. I decided I'm going to stay at this site here. It's a private cabin, but there's 10 sites right next to it and picnic tables, so I'm not going to mess with the cabin. But people say on far out that they camp here. There's running water, that have a spigot, and there's a bathroom. So it's only 4:18. I wanted to hike another 5 miles, but I did 30 miles today. I think that's enough. I'm going to try to do another 25 to 30 tomorrow because it's all pretty much downhill. I just had dinner, by the way. That's why I burped. And then I'm 2 days from Acton, where I've got my new shoes waiting for me. I'll get some resupply, and I need to get some stuff to dress this wound because I ran out of Leuko tape. I've got it taped up with Leuko tape and some paper towel instead of gauze. And the Leuko tape is coming off. As you can see, I got my brand new buff wrapped around it to keep the tape from coming off. Because I got some Neosporin on the tape, and the tape usually never comes off, but my hands are a little wet because I washed them. The knee scrape didn't affect my hiking. My knee doesn't hurt. It burns a little bit on the surface, but I got lucky on that one. So I'm still not sure how that happened, but anyway, absolutely gorgeous day today. Day 20 coming to an end. I'll probably shoot some more video before I go to sleep, but just wanted to wrap it up here at this beautiful site. It was too good to pass up, so I'm going to stay here. I'm going to cowboy camp on this table tonight. It's wide enough, so I've got about a half hour, 40 minutes till the sun goes over that ridge, and then I'm going to set my pad up and just sleep right here on the table.